Hello traders! We are back again with the weekly forecast of True Sight Forex. My name is Plamen, and today again we are gonna look at the four currency pairs and the gold, of course. So let's begin. First, let's see what we expected from euro dollar from the last week. This is euro dollar, and the price was here. What we expected the last week, we expected the price to make a third point or a consecutive point on this trend line, to make a correction after this impulse, and to make a new bearish movement. And what happened? The price didn't make the correction but made the bearish movement as we expected, to the level 0.99180 probably, or this level 0.9905. And from here the price made the correction, and it made the consecutive point as we expected on the trend line, and it made the bearish movement. But in Friday, where was the news on the governor, the price has made very sharp bullish movement and then reached the 61.8 of Fibonacci retracement on this impulse wave and made very strong bearish movement. What we expect for the next week? There are two options. From here we can see if the price push back from this zone over here, this point of interest, we expect the price to make a new bullish movement to this level again, where was the previous high over here. And why we expect this? Because when you see it on the weekly time frame, you can see that the price is very low on the chart. It is to this low over here. This is 20 years ago. We don't expect the price to go in bearish movements again, because this is the cyclicality of the market. It goes for over 2 years probably in a down movement, in a bearish movement, and you can see that it is almost at the lowest point of the price has ever been. And this is why we don't expect anything to go in the bearish movement again. But as you know, you have to trade what you see, not what you expect to see, because on the 4-hour time frame the price has reached the 61.8 of Fibonacci retracement and made the bearish movement. And from here, if the price breaks this low over here and this low over here and makes a lower low, we can see another bearish movement and probably the price to reach minus 27.2 of Fibonacci retracement, which is this level over here. And if the price don't push back from this zone over here, we can see the bearish movement. Okay, now let's move to the pound dollar. And guys, this is the pound dollar. This is from the last week. The price was over here. We expected to see the correction and the consecutive point on the trend line to test this level over here, the weekly level. As you see, the price has made side movement, and during the week you can see that the price has made the pattern double bottom. But we didn't see the breakout of this neckline over here, and the price made the consecutive point on this 4-hour trend line and reached the level 50 of Fibonacci retracement. And also you can see this engulfing candle, and the price made the bearish movement to the weekly level 1.1660. So we don't need this neckline anymore, because this is not a double bottom anymore. And what we expect for the next week? On a higher time frames, you can see that the price has reached this level over here, This was the monthly level from 2016 because there was no lower point of the price ever. You can see that. And you can see at 2020, during the pandemic situation over here, it made a new lower point, lower than this low over here. So this is now the monthly level, and this is the weekly level. And the price now is to the weekly level over here. And what we expect for the next week. On the long term, as you can see, the price is very low on the chart. Our expectation is the price to reverse its trend from here, but for now we don't have anything to confirm the reversing of the trend. And if the price breaks this weekly level, we can see another bearish movement to the monthly level. And from here, on the long term, we expect the price to go probably to these highs over here. If the price make some reverse trending pattern, probably we are gonna enter in long positions for a year or year and a half to these highs over here, to this monthly level over here. But for now, on lower time frames, we don't have anything to support that expectation. And for now we can see just the impulse wave over here. The other thing is, if the price from here make a reverse pattern, a double top or a head and shoulders, probably we are gonna see the bullish movement from here. Okay guys, now let's move to my colleague Valery, and here gonna check the Euro JPY and Pound JPY.
What's up guys, it's Valery here. Today we're gonna go through Euro to JPY and Great Britain Pound to JPY. Let's start with Euro to JPY. Last week we said that we expect that the price will hit this area right here, from which we will have a short position, a nice short deal, but the price didn't reach this level right here and started to move downwards in a bearish movement. Then we looked at here, we have a nice area from which we expected that we can have a nice upward movement and a great deal with a huge risk reward, but the price didn't reach this level too. Now we can see that here we have a triangle formed, a huge triangle, and from this area right here we have two options. On a higher time frame, it looks like the price will continue its bullish movement, or we expect that the price will go to this area right here, then will form some test and continue its upward movement. Let's return to 4-hour time frame. The other option is the price will go to this area right here, make a fake breakthrough that will get many people into a buy position, and then make a huge downward movement down to this area right here. So after this huge triangle formed, we're gonna wait to see what the price will do, because as we said, from this zone right here we may see a return, test of this trend line and a new bullish movement, or the big players on the market will make a manipulation to this zone right here to make a fake breakthrough of the triangle on the upper side, and then make a bearish, huge bearish movement so they can stop out the smaller players on the market. Okay, this is what we expect from Euro to Japanese yen. Let's move to British Pound to Japanese yen. Okay, let's continue with British Pound to Japanese yen. Last week we had a great risk reward deal right here, which hit the take profit, and now let's see, this week on the 4-hour time frame we have a triangle again, because they are in a correlation with Euro to Japanese yen. That's why now we must see a breakthrough of this triangle in any direction. on a higher time frame, we are in a bearish movement right now. If the price breaks this Brexit zone right here, we can see a new bearish movement downwards. Or the price can break out the upper trend line and make a new bullish movement. We can see that now the price is in some range and some sideways movement. The market is very choppy right now. If you don't know what choppy is, you can learn it in our other videos, how to be a successful trader. You can see it in our YouTube channel. For now, that is what we expect. We are waiting for a breakout of this triangle. Let's move to the gold. Last week we told you that we don't expect anything from the gold because it makes huge movements. Now let's start from the daily time frame. We have an impulse and a correction. We have a repulsion from the Fibonacci 61.8 level and a new bearish movement right here. On the 4-hour time frame, we have again an impulse and a correction. Now it is possible that the price continue its bearish movement because we have a breakout from this ascending trend line. But here we have very strong zone from which the price can make a new upper movement, which can be a test of this daily trend line. Here again we have another strong movement from which the price can grab the liquidity and make a new bearish movement. Okay, so in 2 words, this is what we expect to happen this week. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you want to add some pair or crypto or stocks that we can make analysis on. Feel free to leave a comment, hit the like button and share it with your friend. In that way you help us to grow and be better every day. Thank you. See you next week. Bye bye.